Hey, what's up everybody? It's TheHyphenate here, and today I'm going to show you guys how to set up your iFootage Shark Slider Nano and get it ready for use. Now, the first thing you're going to want to do is make sure that you have a battery installed on your slider. And the next thing you're going to want to do is make sure that this upper carriage does not have any wiggle room and is not loose. Here you'll see a tightening and loosening knob that you can adjust to make sure that this stays tight. Once the upper carriage is tightened, then you're going to want to unlock the carriage and make sure that you can move it. That way you can see underneath on the lower carriage, and you're gonna wanna do the same. Tighten up this lower carriage to make sure that there's no wiggle room. Then you can either mount this slider onto a tripod with the lower carriage, or you can actually put this on a desk. And if you put it on a desk and there's wiggle room on the entire slider, then you're gonna have to adjust the height knobs that are on each corner of this side. So there's a little knob here that you can adjust to make the feet a little taller or shorter depending on the desk. And you wanna make sure that this thing is actually rock solid and does not have any type of movement whatsoever when on the flat surface. Now we're gonna make sure that this is still unlocked so that way we can turn this on. Turn on the iFootage slider without any equipment attached to the carriage. So no camera, no ball head, nothing, just as is. Hold the power button until the screen turns on. And then once it turns on, it's gonna take about 30 to 40 seconds for this slider to calibrate itself. So again, no equipment on here whatsoever. You're gonna have to let it run its process. And again, make sure that your slider is leveled on either a tripod or on a desk. Right now it's gonna go back and forth, and then you'll see an actual progress bar showing the calibration process and reminding you to make sure that this is leveled. No equipment whatsoever on here. Again, it takes about 30 to 45 seconds. So here on the screen, it says, prior to auto calibration, ensure that no device is attached on the slider. Number 2, the slider is level, and 3, there is no contact with the slider. So make sure you do not touch anything here. All right, now, once it hits 100%, it's gonna go to another screen and it's gonna say, calibrate it. Do not click that button yet. You have to first install your device, so your ball head and your camera, before you press that button. So I'm not gonna put a ball head on here. I'm just gonna use a quick release plate system. And here is a 3/8 inch screw. Or if you need to use a 1/4 inch, this is actually really cool, is you can actually push down on the 3/8 inch and there's a spring to it, which kind of just hides it and allows you to screw something into the 1/4 inch. So you could either use 1/4 inch, 20, or 3/8. Now on this quick release plate system, I'm actually gonna be using the 3/8 inch. So I'm gonna go ahead and place it over. And before I start to screw it in, there's actually a lock here on the carriage. Push that lock in, and what that does when pushed in is lock this screw so it doesn't twist at all. And that way it keeps it locked in place so it doesn't twist indefinitely, and you can make sure that you tighten it up pretty tight. Once it's on pretty tight, then you can let go of the lock, and now you're able to move this freely without the attachment coming undone. Then from there, I'm gonna attach my camera and then make sure that I have it pointed perpendicular to the slider with the lens pointing outwards away from what you're seeing on the screen. So this way away from me. Once it's on there and perpendicular, then we can go ahead and press the calibrated button on the screen. And now this slider does not work manually. You cannot move this slider manually at all. It all has to be done with the motors. And because of that, it's gonna stay locked in place. So don't try to force your slider movement whatsoever. So right now I see that my camera's actually blocking the screen. So I'm going to actually just do a quick little movement to move it out of the way. So here are the modes: quick start, time lapse, stop motion, and then there are settings. Now at the top, you also see a Bluetooth symbol. So you can actually control the slider with your phone using the app, and it connects via Bluetooth. Though honestly, this slider doesn't really need the app because you can pretty much control everything from the screen here. Then you also see the battery level percentage for the battery that's on the iFootage slider. Now, if you don't want to use a battery, there is a USB Type-C port here that does accept power delivery. So you can actually run an external battery bank or an external power source to have this run indefinitely without a battery. Now in this video, I'm not gonna show you how to work each individual mode. I do have other videos on this channel that break down each mode individually. So please make sure to watch those if you wanna know how to use the quick start, the time lapse, or the stop motion. If you guys are interested in getting the iFootage Shark Slider Nano, I do have a link in the description where you can purchase it from either B&H Photo or Amazon. It doesn't change the price that you get it at, but it does help this channel. Please make sure to drop a like on this video, drop a comment below if you have any questions, and please make sure to subscribe. I have a lot more videos coming soon. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.